Hey dark-themed comics fans! Are you ready to take your love for comics and pop culture to the next level? Introducing DTC Shop, your ultimate destination for custom-designed t-shirts and awesome digital comics. Whether you're into horror icons, anime legends, or the dark and gritty world of the boys, we've got something for every fan. Our high-quality, 100% cotton tees let you wear your fandom with pride, while our digital comics bring you epic stories you'll be hard-pressed to find anywhere else. So why wait? Head over to DTC Shop now and gear up with the coolest merch and some of the most underrated comics in the game. Because being a fan isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And now, our feature presentation.
Few crossovers in pop culture history have captured the imagination of fans quite like Alien vs. Predator. Long before the cinematic clashes in video game adaptations, this battle between two of sci-fi's deadliest species was born and refined in the pages of comic books. Published primarily by Dark Horse Comics, the Alien vs. Predator series helped define and expand the mythology of both franchises, establishing the foundation for decades of expanded universe stories. The concept of Alien vs. Predator first appeared in 1989 in the pages of Dark Horse Presents number 34 through 36, written by Randy Stradley and illustrated by Phil Norwood. This short story served as the testing ground for the idea that the predators, known as the Yautja, had been hunting xenomorphs for centuries as a kind of ritualistic rite of passage. The concept immediately resonated with fans, and in 1990, Dark Horse launched the first full limited series simply titled Alien vs. Predator. The story, set in the far future of the Alien universe, follows a colony on the planet Ryushi, which becomes a hunting ground for a clan of predators. The colonists inadvertently become caught in the crossfire when the predators release xenomorphs to test their young warriors. The series introduces Machiko Noguchi, a human who survives the ordeal and earns the respect of the predator clan, eventually joining them, a concept that became a cornerstone of later stories. The success of the first miniseries spawned numerous sequels and spin-offs throughout the 1990s and 2000s. Dark Horse used the AVP comics to explore deeper themes about survival, honor, and the blurred lines between hunter and prey. Stories like Alien vs. Predator War continued Machiko Noguchi's journey as she tried to bridge the gap between humanity and her adopted predator clan, while others such as AVP Eternal and AVP Xenogenesis expanded the universe with new characters and settings. The comics also paved the way for crossovers with other franchises, including Aliens vs. Predator vs. The Terminator and Aliens vs. Predator vs. Judge Dredd. While these stories were more tongue-in-cheek, they reinforced just how influential the AVP concept had become in geek culture. Interestingly, the comic books came long before the 2004 film Alien vs. Predator, which borrowed heavily from the mythos Dark Horse had developed, particularly the idea of predators using xenomorphs as a proving ground for young hunters. While the film shifted the setting to Earth and took creative liberties, its core ideas were born directly from the comics. At its heart, the Alien vs. Predator comic series is about primal conflict, the ultimate predator versus the ultimate prey. Yet, beneath the carnage lies a surprising depth. Many of the stories explore the idea of honor, the meaning of strength, and humanity's place in a universe filled with creatures more powerful and savage than ourselves. Machiko Noguchi's arc, for instance, challenges the idea of us versus them. Her decision to live among the predators, learning their customs, adopting their honor code, and fighting by their side became a defining element of the franchise. It added complexity to the Yautja culture, showing that they weren't mindless killers but warriors bound by tradition and respect for worthy opponents. Even decades later, Alien vs. Predator remains one of Dark Horse Comics' most successful and enduring properties. Its influence continues to ripple through modern sci-fi storytelling, and with Disney's acquisition of both the Alien and Predator IPs, there's renewed interest in revisiting this classic rivalry in new and exciting ways. The Alien vs. Predator comic book series wasn't just a crossover. It was a universe-expanding event that gave depth and meaning to two of cinema's most iconic monsters. By blending horror, science fiction, and complex moral themes, Dark Horse managed to turn what could have been a simple gimmick into one of the most fascinating sagas in comic book history. Whether you're a fan of Ridley Scott's Alien or John McTiernan's Predator, diving into the AVP comics offers a thrilling, blood-soaked glimpse into what happens when two apex predators collide, and humanity is caught in the middle.